Episode 6 of Bret Hart's Heart and Soul of WCW. We have got Monday, week 1 of June 2001, the penultimate show before the Great American Bash, our second pay-per-view of the save, and we are going big tonight. We have a battle royal to crown a number 1 contender for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. We've got the Backlash for the split up of the Magnificent Seven. There is a lot on this card. And where are we holding this? Wrong button. We are holding this in Massachusetts. Specifically, the Wallace Civic Center in Fitchburg, Massachusetts. So only a 1,000 seat arena. It's one of the smaller arenas that we've run. If you look at our previous nitros, every single one has had an audience of over 1,000. But tonight, we're looking to sell it out. It's slightly less audience, but a sellout, I think, will be more beneficial than paying out more for a bigger arena, which we don't sell out. Looks better for us. I think we want to be focusing on these sellout arenas. Make tickets more scarce. So what are the shows that we're offering this sellout in Massachusetts? Well, we start with the announcement that Booker T is cleared to wrestle again. He's able to wrestle whenever. He could wrestle tonight if he wanted to, if he was booked, and he will definitely be wrestling at Great American Bash because he had been injured since the start of the save, which is why we crowned an NWA World Champion as sort of an interim champion. 63 rating, great stuff. Opening match of the night goes a little weak, but it's the Young Dragons of Kaz Hayashi and Yang defeating 3 Count in a rematch from the Big Bang with a simultaneous diving leg drop. Hayashi and Yang, great work from them, 41 and 36. There is something which I'm planning for these two, which is all dependent on what happens over the next couple of months. But if this works, Young Dragons look like they could be a very strong force in the Cruiserweight division. We get a contract signing. Jerry Lawler hosts Kanyon and Kevin Nash, making their NWA World Heavyweight title official. They are going to be fighting for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship at the Great American Bash, probably in the semi-main event. Because I think Booker, as the WCW World Heavyweight Championship and the return match of Booker T, I think that suits better in the main event. After his debut last week and becoming number 1 contender for the Cruiserweight title, Jushin Thunder Liger takes on Kid Cash, and he picks up the win for the Liger Bomb. And Cash's in-ring rating surprises me because this man has no popularity anywhere. So for him to get a 42 is very impressive, and maybe he needs to be pushed more than just a cruiserweight jobber. 46 rating though. Liger obviously picks up the win. It's pretty much a squash match, and I'm pretty happy to see. I think the match between Liger and Helms, I think, could get into the 50s, which for the cruiserweight division is what we're looking for. High 50s and low 60s for the title matches. Hennig and Joe, they formed last week, and now they want to. They're thinking the tag team division's not that strong here. Why don't we get a shot at the tag titles? O'Hare and Palumbo come out there. You're like, what? Yeah. Why don't you guys get a tag shot? We will beat you, like we've beaten everybody else. And Bret Hart's like, that's not a bad idea, but you've not even had a match as a tag team. You don't even know if you like teaming together yet. So why don't you have a match first? You have to earn it, and you'll be facing the Marmalukes next. And they have the match. Hennig is obviously the standout performer, because of course he is. It's Kurt Hennig against Johnny Samboli, Big Vito, and with Samoa Joe. So yeah, Kurt Hennig's going to be the standout performer. And they pick up the win when Samoa Joe pins Johnny the Bull with an Avalanche Island Driver. Do I know what an Avalanche Island Driver is? No, actually, I don't. Give me a second. I now know what an Avalanche Island Driver is. It's a top rope Emerald Flosion. Ouch. But Samoa Joe picks up the win with that. Gets a 43 rating, 66 for Hennig, 23 for Joe. They don't have any chemistry, which is a little upsetting. Vito's not great at selling. Low locker room morale is obviously a bit of a shame. Inexperience for Joe and declining physical ability for Hennig. But them working together is going to boost Joe up a lot. AJ Styles from the Cruiserweight division just comes out of the blue and just challenges Mike Awesome for the US title. I mean, Cruiserweights have won the US title before. Why not him? Goes gets 49. And their match gets a 57. As AJ Styles and Mike Awesome have great chemistry. Awesome makes his second defense of the US title. Styles gets a 32. Awesome gets a 60. This is a potential world title feud in the future, if we're being honest here. Awesome versus Styles, a couple of years, that's an older Awesome versus the upstart Styles is a world title picture match, I think. So this US title match is almost like a teaser of what's to come. Gets a 57, which is very good. I'm pleased with that. High title prestige. Styles gets his inexperienced penalty. Awesome got inconsistency. And, you know, they got boosts for star quality, both of them. AJ Styles is a great seller, so against Awesome, he'll be good. Cena comes out, and he calls out Eric Bischoff. And he says that, yes, he will accept Eric Bischoff's offer. He will stand by his side. As long as Eric Bischoff delivers. As soon as Eric Bischoff stops delivering for Cena, even if Cena even believes that Bischoff is starting to focus on himself rather than Cena, Bischoff will be in the ground. Bischoff better not turn on Cena, because Cena will kill him if he does. We are making this very clear. This is not babyface John Cena. I just want to make that clear to you guys. This is a heel John Cena. 62 rating. Get a 43 rating segment as it's just a simple promo. The babyfaces, Steiners and Luger, pretty much say they will destroy any hope Jarrett, Bagwell and Animal have in WCW. They will never be able to succeed in WCW because they will always have us watching over them. Which leads into the main event, I believe. It is the main event. It's an exceptional match. It's a 10-man battle royale as all of the Magnificent Seven, Bagwell, Jarrett, Luger, Flair, Steiner, Animal, Steiner, and also we get DDP, Douglas, and Sting. And these guys are brawling. Flair, Douglas, Sting, and DDP kind of stay out of it. You know, they kind of, because Flair hasn't picked a side in this battle. Flair is not on either side. Sting, DDP, and Douglas have no bat in this fight at all. But the 6 members of the Magnificent Seven who broke up, they just go hell and leather on each other. And the final 4 comes down to Sting, Steiner, Jarrett, and Flair. And Jarrett and Steiner eliminate each other. They're so focused on each other, they haven't even acknowledged Sting and Flair, which leaves them two in the ring on their own. The icons of WCW. It was the last match on the first Nitro. It was the main event on the return Nitro. And it's technically the main event here again. Ric Flair versus Sting. They fight off. And this time it's Flair who tosses Sting over the ropes, wins the Battle Royale. And at the Great American Bash, we all get Ric Flair versus Booker T for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. The Nature Boy is in the main event again. I know this kind of goes against everything I was saying about wanting to push younger talent, but honestly, I feel like I was booked into a corner here. Because, from a logic perspective, none of the heels in the Magnificent Seven, out of the ones that split, would be right. Because the whole point of this split is that the babyfaces don't want them to succeed at all. They will get revenge for everything. So that's probably going to lead to a 6-man tag at the pay-per-view, which kind of takes a lot of them out of the picture. You've then also got to consider Canyon, and Kevin Canyon's the NWA Heavyweight Champion. He's fighting next month, so don't want it to be 2 months in a row. Kevin Nash and all the other major stars, Kevin Nash, Demon DDP, Sting, Jerry Lawler, are either baby faces or not as in-ring positions, and Kurt Hennig's involved with Samoa Joe. So I think Flair makes the most sense. Flair was always the one who was trying to mediate the Magnificent Seven, yet as soon as the Magnificent Sevens split, Flair's the one that benefits. From a character perspective, I think that works a treat. What did the audience think though of the game? 6. Oh wow, how was that even worse? How are we going down in ratings? I don't understand this game sometimes. How are we going down? We have had a very poor run of form, it seems now. Hopefully Great American Bash flips this around and we have a great show there, because this is worrying me a lot. Well, what did you guys think though? Did you think it was better than a 65? Please? Well, like if you did. Let me know in the comments what you think we should do. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!